For him to impress with Eddie Jones, if not always at games, such as the work ethic of Eddie Jones. You can be certain at some point this week he'll be watching all 80 minutes here. Marlon Yard, who missed last week because of that throat infection. And here comes Matt Mullen, leading out Wasps. And there's a real pizzazz about occasions here. It's a marvellous stadium, perfect for rugby. And Wasps, well, they matched it with the quality of the stuff they produced over the course of the last month. Elliot Daly, already an England international, still looking for his first start for England. He knows he's got one or two parts of his game that he needs to work on. But the things that we know he does well, there aren't that many better in the business. The referee, Greg Garner. His 104th Aviva Premiership match. The assistants, John Meredith and Nigel Carrick. Trevor Fisher is our television match official in the television truck. So it's Harlequins to kick off, playing from right to left. Tim Sweel, born in England, raised in South Africa, now very much at home in southwest London and in Guildford, where the Harlequin side spends its time during the week. Taken in there by Kernan Mile. Mile, one of the two second rows for Wasps today. Out from Cipriani. Jimmy Gothard, who is combining so well with Cipriani. Two men who are, well, by first instinct, if you like, fly halves, working together at 10 and 12. Here's Dan Robson, preferred at scrum half today. Joe Simpson on the bench. Kernan Mile. And there's the carry from Jake Cooper-Woolley. Cooper-Woolley, who's on the score sheet here among those try scorers. 10 they scored against Bristol a couple of weeks ago when they reached 70 points. Here's Ashley Johnson, his first start for Wasps this season. Former back row forward, earned those caps for the Springboks in that position. Now he's learned how to throw, and he's doing it very effectively indeed. And I guess it'd be fair to say that he's largely the understudy to Tommy Taylor. Taylor, one of the 8 members of that EPS squad from the Wasps club. A couple who are Danny Cipriani, Guy Thompson. There's one of them, Cipriani, a little dab through on his right foot. Picked up by Dixon, taken forward by Mike Brown. Mark Lambert, who was on after 15 seconds last week at the Stoop when Joe Marler was unfit to continue. Marler, who has been through all the appropriate head injury protocols. He's available today on the bench. Luke Wallace. The two sevens here today. Luke Wallace for Quins and Guy Thompson for Wasps. Perhaps unlucky not to be involved in international rugby at the moment, but the ball being held there. So the ball being held onto there in the contact. Here is Danny Cipriani. Well, that's a measure of the man's confidence. Look at the way that Guy Thompson was in there. Nathan Hughes playing his part, such a powerful back row. Nathan Hughes, Guy Thompson, Sam Jones. Ashley Johnson finds his man. Penalty advantage being played by the referee. They may not need it. They're over the try line. 3 minutes on the clock. Wasps, with what is becoming traditional, they're fast up. Well, there he is, Ashley Johnson. Really enjoying his new trade at hooker. Pinpoint accuracy with the throw. He emerges with the try, scored 2 tries off the bench against Bristol, and he gets the first one here. Rising high, there was Matt Simmons.
I'm off, just going to change the ball.
Penalty advantage, but with that body angle and the power of his friends alongside him, there was no way that Ashley Johnson was going to be halted. Jimmy Gopperth, in sight of 1,000 Premiership points in his career. A career in this country which started up in the northeast at Newcastle. And that one slipped wide. His kicking percentage is in the high 70s, Gopperth, which is at the very least respectable. So Swift with the restart. Lots of hang time on that. Cipriani finds a little bit of a gap. Little chip over the top. Straight down the throat of Rob Miller, who's a bit of a speedster. There goes Robson. Can't find a way through the tackle from Swiel. There's Ashley Johnson, adding the role of scrum half to his repertoire that time. 5 minutes gone at the Ricoh. Wasps lead by 5. Here's Mike Brown, just dodging the attempt at the tackle from Guy Thompson. Picked up by Will Collier. Coming straight through was his opposite number, Jake Cooper-Woolley. Swiel, here's Marlon Yard. Yard, who will be training with England down in Brighton this week. Use it! He's there as a replacement for Johnny May. George Merrick. Merrick stands over 2 metres tall, one of the tallest men in the Premiership. A superb game last week, did Merrick. He really was everywhere. Gopperth hanging back. Goes the aerial route. Brown underneath it. Great catch from the fullback.
6 offside. You're in the 10. You never retreated. You never came out the 10.
Well, Sam Jones offside. Let's see if we can follow that. Well, we can't from this angle, but that's a great catch, isn't it, from Mike Brown? It is.
You've got to be going back before you get put onside. You can't just stand still waiting to put onside if you're in 10.
Physical and mental demands of rugby does catching under the high ball, bit of bravery, as well as the skill of catching a ball that's high in the air. Mike Brown, 52 caps for England. Made in excess of 250 professional appearances for Harlequins. Luke Wallace there at the tail, fires it down at Carl Dixon. It was not the most sympathetic ball down on the back of that line out, and then Cipriani nudges it forward, but we'll come back to the first knock on.
Okay, thanks for that info, Nigel.
A good two-handed take there from Wallace, but not giving too much of a chance there to Carl Dixon. Dixon starting today, Danny Kerr having picked up that rib injury last week in the victory against Saracens. On that occasion it was Harlequins who got off to such a fast start, 2 tries in that first half. The first something of a gift, pounced on by Tim Fisser.
Okay.
So the put in there from Dan Robson. Powerful scrum though from Harlequins, doing all they can to disrupt. Christian Wade steps in. Here he is, Wade. Well, that try-scoring record may well belong to Mark Cueto, and at some point Tom Varndell might get past it, but we cast our eyes forward 3 or 4 years. If he stays fit, this fella may well take it all for himself, and look at that, that's brilliant from Wade. At some point though, the ball did just drift forward, but that was classic Christian Wade. He can turn people inside out in a telephone box, that man.
Okay, thanks very much, Nigel.
Cipriani. Great offload. And here goes Wade. Look at this. Left, right. Try taking him down.
You've got to stay on your second row. You can't come up into their front row. If you do it again, I'll penalise you.
Come on, let's go.
Left, please.
Skills there, which I've got no doubt were owned on the tarmac at Wycombe Royal Grammar School, which is where he went to school.
Crouch!
British Bulldog, he'd have been star of the show, I've got no doubt.
Set!
So, 9 minutes down at the Rico. Wasps with the early try, coming from Ashley Johnson. Well, John Kingston, really part of the furniture at the Harlequins club.
Good shape as well, please.
Now in charge though for the first time, and it's been quite testing. That victory last week against Saracens, very timely indeed. Conor O'Shea having moved on to run things in Italy.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Penalty to Quins.
Number 3 on the arm.
Penalty going against Jake Cooper-Woolley. Cooper-Woolley was actually involved with Harlequins at youth level. Then he drifted off to University of Wales. Thought that perhaps rugby was never going to deliver a professional life, but picked up by Di Young. Just one of the qualities of a leading director of rugby, not only coaching a rugby side, but identifying talent. There he is, knows a bit about front row play, of course. So Joe Gray. Dixon, flat ball to Jamie Roberts, hard and straight. He'll punch holes in any defence. Swiel. A loafer. Getting his first start today for Harlequins. Swiel. Visser. Score of that first try last week.
3 away.
Dixon. There's James Chisholm. Once a star of the England under-20 setup. Played at number 8 when Maro Itoje's side won that World Junior title in Auckland back in 2014. There's the Wasps 22. Dixon.
Play on. Rock.
At the moment, Quinn's finding it very difficult to work a gap in this Wasps defence. That carry from the captain Hall. There goes Chris Robshaw, the former England captain. Leaders at every turn, really, in this Quinn side, despite the absence of Danny Kemp. There's a loafer.
White 2. No, it's okay, Nigel, play on. There's no tackle.
An uncompromising carry from Jamie Roberts. Swiel. Oh, Collier's left it behind. Then Merrick passed him. That looked rather forward to me. Not forward to the man who matters, though, Mr. Garner. Swiel. Here's a loafer. Visser. Wade takes him to ground. It's the little and large show on this side, with Visser well over 6 feet tall. Christian Wade, you can get a bit of change out of 6 feet. It's turned over. Robson, though, with a misdirected kick. Working so hard to win the ball and then immediately giving it away. Little stab through there. Jamie Roberts goes bounding after it. Across comes Josh Bassett from the wing. Another former England under-20 international, Bassett. Tim Visser working away with the foot there, but it's come away in the possession of Wasps. There's the try scorer, Johnson.
Tackle! Yeah.
The Rico in shade. Robson. No problems with that kick away. Quickly taken there by Luke Wallace. Here goes Mike Brown. Gets through the attempted tackle, that time of Matt Simmons. Here goes a loafer, Well, they fought back well of Quins after that early setback. There goes Rob Shaw. Certainly Quins playing with so much more confidence, buoyed by that performance last week. Swiel. Long looping pass, and that was very dangerous.
Just to knock onto
and that so easily could have seen Josh Bassett get away. Had it on the end of his fingertips for a moment.
Yeah, probably. But no, because I thought he went two-handed, so just trying to. You never know.
Well, there you can see Bassett reaching high.
I saw it come through the rock. I didn't think it hit him on the head.
Well, those sort of passes can so easily be 10 or 14-point passes, if you know what I mean. There he is.
Right.
I can remember him scoring a try for England under-20 actually at the Twickenham Stoop. It was against Wales in the under-26 Nations a handful of seasons ago. So a pause for a bit of treatment. Good crowd in today at the Rico.
Thank you.
Well, a loafer having his first start today for Quins at his second European club now. Had a couple of seasons in the top 14 at La Rochelle. Right over there on the west coast, the Atlantic coast of France.
So John,
Super Rugby for the Waratahs
your
as
side of the
well.
scrum from the last one I saw.
There's Jake Cooper-Woolley on the tight head side for Wasps today. Vernon Mile with the headgear on. Once of sail.
Crouch! Bind!
Chris Robshaw. One or two very telling contributions last week against Saracens.
Boss 3 pre-engaged.
Well, Jake Cooper-Woolley guilty of the pre-engagement. Quins call for the scrum.
That's what we talked about before. I think so. Your feet go back, and then you're over-leaning. Crouch! Yes. Bind!
Into the weekend, Wasps on top of the league, 18 points out of a possible 20. Another very solid scrum from the London club. Jamie Roberts pumping those legs up to the 22. Through goes Carl Dixon. He was almost through, wasn't he? Sam Jones just got hold of a little bit of him. Well, there's a bit of a numerical advantage here, perhaps, for Quins. Here goes Marlon Yard. Cooper-Woolley holds on. Joe Gray is there in support. Also Will Collier. Wasps trying to keep the ball up in the ground. And they've done it, and they've turned it over. Keep it up in the air, I should have said. It becomes a maul, and if the attacking side can't produce it, then it's a scrum to the defending team. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
Slightly off balance when the ball's coming in. I maybe held us there to let us get settled, but we can try and get that.
I think that was probably a little bit too long.
Treatment.
To make a bit more balance, that's why. Right, it's coming.
No compromising with the care that's afforded the tight head prop here. No chances taken at all.
Right.
Well, Cooper Woolley there was involved in the initial tackle. And clearly something happened here. We can anticipate the arrival of Marty Moore very shortly, the Ireland international, former Leinsterman,
yeah. So that one over there.
on the bench today for Wasps. Well, there's Carl Dixon. Well over 100 appearances for the Quins club. Almost found a way through there, didn't he? Jones just got hold of a boot at some point to take him down. Yes, one or two contrasting emotions over the course of the last 24-48 hours among the players for Wasps. Some players in Eddie Jones' EPS elite group. Some others not, like Danny Cipriani, Guy Thompson, not included.
Make sure we're stable, please, after the set.
Headlines in newspapers this morning with the suggestion that Guy Thompson may be heading to Wales, not in terms of playing his club rugby, but perhaps his international allegiance.
Steady.
So, Robson there with a put it. A pick up from Nathan Hughes. Cipriani onto his preferred left foot. Good touch fine. Cipriani closing in on 150 league appearances. A portion of those with Sale. He made the majority of those appearances.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We'll have heard that some advice coming from one of his two assistants for Greg Garner that Kernan Mile in danger of coming offside at kick chases. There is Jamie Roberts again, Dixon. Mark Lambert starting today ahead of Joe Marler. Dixon trying to find a little way through.
Use it!
Marlon Yard. There's Hall.
Come out of the way, 6. Lost Wasps.
Rob Shaw. Straight into Kernan Mile.
Keep going, Rock!
Sweel. It's a tester for Wade. Officer certainly has a height advantage there, and I reckon that might be a tactic today.
Back to Jover.
Joe Gray, Sweel, Roberts, Yard. There's help outside, he may not need it. Marlon Yard, the inside ball to Roberts. Roberts crashes over. Harlequins have got the try, and it's richly deserved. They have been the better side for the last 10 minutes, no doubt about that. They absorbed the early pressure from Wasps, who did get the score. But that was tremendous stuff. So patient from Harlequins. The break from Marlon Yard. And then Roberts coming powerfully on his left shoulder. And with that degree of momentum, there was nothing that Rob Miller could do about that. Great break from Yard. Eddie Jones will be impressed. He's on his way to Brighton later tonight. That really showed how important it is to make your first tackles. Swiel. Well, off target that time, but it's 5 points apiece at the end of a very entertaining opening quarter to this match. Well, at the start of the weekend, it was being billed as the top club against the 8th club. But you have to say it's the visitors and the team down in 8th place who have been the better side in this opening quarter.
Is that all play on, Nigel?
Although we saw last week that Wasps know how to win hard matches when they're on the back foot so much of the time. Guy Thompson, it's straight through. Within 2 metres, he's still going, is Thompson. He's got the ball down. The try has been awarded. What a response from the league leaders. Take that, Eddie Jones. That's the message from Guy Thompson. A suggestion in some corners that he may well find a home in Wales internationally, Guy Thompson. His previous with Jersey is his route to that. Many people believe he should be considered for England's November international series.
Yeah, I got it.
But what a way to respond to that from Guy Thompson. Determination and power, the lot. Gopeth. Off beam with the first one, not with the second. Gather your restarts. That'll be the message from John Kingston. How many times do we talk about it? A side scores, restart so crucial. And Wasps immediately onto the front foot. Well, quite an entertaining opening 21 minutes or so. The pass there from Sam Jones, who is in that England squad. Robson, back here to Cipriani.
Stand still, forwards.
The great enigma. Some interesting comments this morning from the former England international, former Wasps fly half as well, Andy Goode, who was saying that in his view, that Cipriani's perhaps the number 3, 10 at the moment in England. And still 1 or 2 issues to work on, but there's no doubting his talent, there's no doubting his ability to turn matches, to do things which no other fly half can do in English rugby. Merrick feeding that on to James Chisholm.
Easy lads, easy lads.
Well, Quins have come back once, can they do it again? Here goes Marlon Yard. 12 points to 5, 23 minutes gone.
Off feet now, Wasps! One.
It's there for Dixon. The carry from Merrick. Swiel. Well, it's on Christian Wade again. Wade getting a little bit of protection there from Jimmy Gopeth.
12 side entry.
Well, it's worked. Coming in from the side there was Jimmy Gopeth.
All right, I'll have a look at that. Just 12 side entry.
Well, Quins have done their homework. They know when he's got the ball in hand, facing in the right direction. There's nobody better than Christian Wade, but against particularly a tall, powerful man like Tim Fisser, maybe, just maybe, some high balls on Christian Wade may prove profitable. There is Christian Wade. Already 3 tries this season. His career total up to 55 in the Aviva Premiership. Well, rather like Gopeth. Found one kick.
12 side entry.
Behind his range and his line.
against us.
And that's worth 3 points.
So you're going to tell me you thought it was your penalty. If you predict them going quickly, I'll have to mark your 10.
Well, the captain takes responsibility for that.
Tackle now, Wasps! Let it come. Ball's there.
Carl Dixon on there to James Chisholm. Good hands. On there to Joe Gray.
Open play. Play on.
Strong take there from Rob Miller. He knows that Billy LaRue is due in town in February. Thompson popping the ball up there for his back row partner Nathan Hughes, but it's lost. Chance maybe to counter here for Quins.
Play on again.
And maybe the little kick through wasn't the best choice. Back one way, then the other, and then the other. There goes Rob Miller, out of the back of the hand there to Kernan Meyer. Good carry there from Kernan Meyer. Robson, Cipriani. Little poke through there from Goffin. It sits up well for Bassett. The inside ball. That is majestic. Quite brilliant. Dan Robson gets the try. But that was sublime in every facet. From the little poke through from Jimmy Goffin. The timing of the run from the wing, the support runners, you will not see a better try this season. Just about every skill involved there. Great pass off the left hand. And Robson, it is, who rounds it off.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, got you, lads.
A work of rugby art. The conversion successful. Quite sure what the season ticket prices are at Wasps at the moment.
Use it! Yes!
But I tell you what, worth every cent on the evidence of his opening half hour or so. Great catch there from Cipriani. Fumble forward though. Here goes Roberts, the Quins try scorer. A loafer with a little skip. Dixon. Oh, Joe Gray couldn't gather it. Quins' record here isn't that good, in all honesty. It's their third visit in the Aviva Premiership. On both those occasions they went away without a point. Wasps, meanwhile, 10 out of 10. And 3 parts of the way to the try-bonus point already.
Sorry, Mark's there.
Let's go.
Keep holding that weight, keep that control forward. Crouch! Bind! Set! Number 1, you've lost it, okay.
And off goes Nathan Hughes. Johnson bending his back at the Weinberg High School, which is the same school as a certain Jacques Callis. Callis would have been proud of that at second slip. Taken there by Matt Simmons. Cipriani.
Touched!
Oh, Chisholm just got a boot, I think, to it, but didn't break it too much. Here goes Mike Brown with a bit of space. Decisions to make. Up to halfway. There goes Dixon again. Little inside ball to the captain, Horwood.
Well, that was flat. It's not a forward pass.
Regardless, says he's happy with that pass. One or two people in the stand on the far side wearing black and gold colours don't necessarily agree. Joe Gray bars it out to Roberts. There's a low for a loafer. Wallace, here goes Tim Fisser. Out of the back of the hand, and he finds a Wasp player. That was Gofford. Did well to keep it alive. Wade is off and running and skipping and hurdling. Matt Mullen, Kernan Mile. The game breaking loose here. And in this sort of mood, Wasps are a delight to watch, but they've conceded the penalty.
This guy here's preventing it as well. He's holding on. He got the steal on his feet. Shot. Do you want me to?
Good hit there in midfield from James Chisholm.
Off, or do you want
to... James Chisholm's junior career really was very impressive indeed. The world champion, a starter in that 2014 final when England beat South Africa. Maro Itoje lifting the trophy at the Junior World Championship. And then the year after, when England failed to retain the title, they went to the final, were beaten by New Zealand, but Chisholm was the player of the tournament.
That's a good big tick
So
against
Swill to narrow the deficit to 8. They've certainly had to absorb a few punches today, metaphorically speaking, have Quins. And that's a sweet strike from the Italian. Say from Durban. He was actually born in Somerset, but to the province of KwaZulu-Natal relatively early in life. Cipriani, that little bit flatter. Well taken by Hall. Chisholm. A bit of squeal. Roberts, well that was didn't go where it was meant to. Rob Miller. Good step from Miller, good acceleration.
It's okay, player.
Cipriani. Elliot Daly. Daly with a burst of pace. Well, Elliot Daly wants to be noticed by Eddie Jones. Snip, snip, stick that in the show reel and send it to the England coach. The Quins defence did all they could to help him. But it was that little surge of pace. They were watching Christian Wade. And Daly thought, well, I'll have a go at this myself. I'm not sure anyone got a hand on him. From straight in front, the conversion successful. Wasps are up to 26. Saracens may well be the European champions and the Premiership champions, but Wasps, well, they are the young pretenders, if you like.
It's okay, play on.
Will claiming that. They've got to come back from 15 points down. Luke Wallace sent scuttling back.
12 feet!
There goes Fisser. Little pass there to Rob Shaw. There's Dixon, Lambert, Swill, Wallace.
Don't play the 9.
Robson there with the catch. Here goes Miller. Bundled down unceremoniously. The scorer of the first try, Ashley Johnson. Robson. Got to charge down by Hall. Rob Miller does the mopping up and the recovery work. A penalty against Wasps this time.
12 under pressure has gone off his feet. Just like those guys coming up and down the middle of the tunnel.
The time has passed when 3 points are an option for Harlequins. 26 points to 11, Wasps lead. Joe Gray looking for Horwell.
Knock-on advantage.
Went in the end to Collier, who was rather surprised and just nudged it on.
Use it! Easy. 6, Quince. Time to Joba.
There goes Tim Fisser. Good run. Brown in support. The surface at the Rico, rather like some of the rugby we've seen. Flawless. Perfect day for running rugby. They're up to the Wasps 22. Carry there from Collier, just running out of real estate on this side. Lambert. Last 4 minutes of the first half. Sweet. Yard was on the decoy. Wasn't the most convincing decoy run I've ever seen. Here's some space for Jamie Roberts. He's been over in that corner once already today.
Stay down there. Stay down.
Orwell trying to barge his way through. Dixon. There's Lambert. Marlon Yard. Yard is through. Yard is still going. Now, can they get quick ball? Big chance out wide here. Brown releasing Roberts. Important tackle. Tremendous work in defence there from Wasps. Chisholm pops it up to Merrick, to Joe Gray, back to Chisholm, and Chisholm is through. Well, you have to say, it's a concerning afternoon for any defence coaches who are associated with this match. But we have seen some stunning tries, and that just the latest.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, there's the first touch from Chisholm, on to Merrick.
So that's the penalty at the moment.
Couple of grabs from Chisholm, but he gets himself over. Almost having to sidestep the upright as well. Just gets around the padding. There he goes.
Time off. Yeah, time off. It's okay. That's a good ball.
Rob Miller has taken a bit of a knock, so I think he's just going to leave the field now. I don't know whether it's a permanent change. It looks like a blood replacement, in fact. So there will be something of a reorganisation there. Kyle Eastman may well be coming on here. There is Kyle Eastman.
Yeah.
The conversion is successful. Eastman. Very competitive for places at Wasps these days, and when you've got the likes of Courtney Beale and Billy LaRue coming, Alapate Leua is among the Asian players, as is Brendan Macken.
Are you ready, okay? Taken back, it's taken back. That's Watts.
Kick there from Dixon. Goldberg not getting to it, but eventually getting it. Back eventually Robson, there's Merrick.
No, it went forward.
There was there at least one knock-on at some point. And just to confirm, it was Rob Miller who has gone off for a blood injury. Expect him to be back. Be interesting to see quite how
Once you come
Wasps
off,
get themselves organised here.
Once you come off, you break your bind.
Eastman standing in the inside centre channel. May well be Gothard who for now moves to full-back.
He's just said 2 minutes, I think.
30 seconds or so to go in the half. Dai Young must be very happy. Perhaps a little concerned about the concession of those tries.
Set! Hold it, lads, hold it!
26 points to 18. Certainly has been a very entertaining first 40. Look at the power there of that Wasp pack. It's the final play of the half. There goes Ashley Johnson, who started off the score fest. Half a dozen tries in 40 minutes.
Thank you very much.
There goes Cooper Woolley. No ill effects from that earlier knock. It's been turned over by Quince. Dixon with a little poke over the top. Cross comes Christian Wade.
Stand still, Wasps! Wait. Okay.
The left foot not entirely Christian Wade's strongest suit. And Tim Swill, well, he takes the pragmatic option, puts it into touch. But pragmatism is not a word which sums up the first 40. Risks have been taken and some glorious tries have been scored. And at the end of the first 40, it is Wasps who come out on top. But there is still a match to be won here. 26 points to 18 after 40 minutes at the Ricoh. First half of half a dozen tries, two teams whose default setting is to pass the ball around rather than kick. May well have had one or two defence coaches up and down the land hiding behind the sofa. For entertainment value, it was very close to 10 out of 10. There's James Chisholm, one of the two Harlequins try scorers. Jamie Roberts, the other. Wasps already with the try bonus points safely packed away, but they still have to cover some ground and score a few more points if they are to be certain of victory. There's Elliot Daly. Try among those four for Wasps. There's the man who set it all going, Guy Thompson, powering his way through. Sheer determination took him over the line. The thick of the litter though, Dan Robson's try, that was stunning stuff. Little toe poke through from Jimmy Gopper, Josh Bassett on the end of it, Elliot Daly involved and Robson on hand to finish it off. It really did showcase so many of the skills that we associate with the best players in rugby union. So, Wasps get us back underway. 26 points to 18. Half the pitch in shadow, half of it in sunlight.
Use it!
There's Rob Miller not quite getting to that. Oh, and it's gone into the hand there of Rob Shaw.
Not on the ball, Watson on the ball.
Here's Mark Lambert on halfway. The Harlequins can get the next score. It really will set it up for a very exciting last 35 minutes or so. Christian Wade, not too many options. Tim Fisser. You just see it's awkward, the ball up in the air. Certainly from the Wasp perspective, the sun hanging very low over the stand at the Harlequins' end. Well, that was a confident step and foot on the accelerator from Mike Brown. A fumble there from Rob Miller. Crossfield, that's poorly directed, straight to Marlon Yard, who has a little bit of space here. And then he just manages to kick it into the shins of Jimmy Gopper. So Marlon Yard had a very good first 40. Set up the try for Jamie Roberts.
Six.
Very dangerous with the ball in hand. So Joe Gray, former Northampton player, started off life in another N in the East Midlands, Nottingham.
Play on, play on, play on. Tackle now! Tackle!
Well, Wasps disrupting well there. Now with Carl Dixon. Orwell, the captain, straight into former Tri-Nations rival Ashley Johnson. Sweel, it's another one for Christian Wade, who gets a bit of protection, and Wade did well with that.
Wait. 1 minute.
There's Dan Robson.
Yeah, play on.
Carry there from Ashley Johnson.
Encouraging
start to the second half from Harlequins.
No, it's not. His back feet's in front of the ball.
So important that they put in another performance here after that great win last week against Saracens.
Play on!
Guess they're trying to palm it back. It's gone to the hand of Robson. Here goes Cipriani, forcing Marlon Yard to turn on his heels.
Queens.
Not looking for touch, just finds Ashley Johnson. Here goes Nathan Hughes. Hughes, powerful carry, straight through the attempted tackle from Joe Gray. There's Matt Mullen, captain for the day for Wasps. There's Elliot Daly on here to Matt Simmons, who's quite a story, Matt Simmons. He's reached a cul-de-sac in English rugby 3 or 4 years ago. Matt Simmons took himself off to New Zealand. Ended up even captaining the Chiefs in a Super Rugby match. So back goes Christian Wade. And Tim Fisser bearing down on him. And Gopeth with the clearance. It's not found touch. There goes Mike Brown. The spirit of open rugby, which both sides embraced in the first 40, being sustained in the early part of the second half. That was George Merrick. There it is for Dixon. Sweel.
Twelve down the floor.
Rob Shaw.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage here to Harlequins.
Clearly come off it. Clearly come off the ball.
Elliot Daly nodding in acknowledgement there to the referee, Greg Garner.
Right.
It's a tight angle for Tim Sweel. Well, that's good. Line out, 5 metres out. So, can Harlequins make it happen? First task is that of Joe Gray's, to find the jumper. It's Orwell, the captain.
Four, stay there!
There's Orwell.
Wasps.
7 metres out.
Watch backwards.
Well defended there by Wasps, but Quins have got it going again. Here it comes, being driven on. They're now within 3 or 4 metres. Wasps doing what they can to disrupt, and Wasps doing what they can to turn it over, and doing it wonderfully well.
They still can't tackle the ball, mate.
Failed ball.
Well, you don't just win matches with the flash stuff. Wasps are well capable of that. But there's a lot of hard work there and discipline on the part of Wasps. So difficult to defend.
Lads, let's get these set, please, so we're not crabbing across the pitch.
The efforts of his forwards.
Wasps, come this way a little bit, please. Thank you.
You see plenty of sunshine out there, but the problems that those fans are having, seeing challenges shared by some of the players.
We just come.
Autumnal sun just hanging low in the sky, and at this time of day, a tough occasion to be a full-back or a wing.
That's okay. So we all in a gap. That's good.
Hit. Seconds. Yes. Seconds. Set.
Crouch. Bind. Set. 2, 2, 4.
A free kick against Harlequins. Wasps enjoying their best start to a league season for a decade. A decade and more, in fact, closer to 20 years. Danny Cipriani.
There you go. As soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Well, Di Young has maybe had to pick up a couple of players this week who feel that their talents are not being recognised by the England head coach. Danny Cipriani inevitably will be one of those. Guy Thompson, another. Thompson already on the score sheet today. There's Dixon, the carry from Roberts, the Wales international, the British and Irish Lion. That time it was Horwell, the captain. Change of direction here. Here goes Mike Brown out of the back of the hand. That was very neat. Over to Fisser over on the far side. There's Dixon again. This time it's Joe Gray. Sweel. Another carry there from Horwell. Good body position.
Lost it.
Captain on captain, though, is Matt Mullen, who tackled him. A low for a loafer. He's quite a customer, is a low for a loafer. He's got the feet of a Christian Wade, but real power as well. This one's for Wade, and he was patient there and dealt with that really without any panic at all. Harlequins preparing to make an alteration.
1, 2 and 3 Quins being replaced.
And I think we're going to see an entirely new front row now from Harlequins.
Sorry.
Kyle Sinclair.
Time is off. We're just making some replacements.
They're stripped off, so to Dave Ward.
Just send them on then, please,
and you can see Joe Marler.
Start again.
Joe Marler, who I'm sure he remembers too much of last week. Bang on the head after just 15 seconds. Also coming on, you can see there Marty Moore. And the change at tight head, and Simon McIntyre. Former Sale loose head who's had such a good start to this season. He's played such a part in that win at Welford Road against Leicester. So fresh faces in the front row on both sides. Here's James Chisholm, scorer of that second Queen's try. The offload, Marler straight into the game. Marler, who will be off to Brighton later today to link up with players from also the Wasps side. 37-man squad gathering for England training, preparing ahead of the November Test Series.
High tackle.
High tackle, worthy just of a penalty, says Greg Garner. Cipriani there on Mike Brown.
That's 7-1 now, Lionel.
He's just a bit sloppy there from the fly half.
Just have a little chat just about the penalty.
Proving very tenacious, the Harlequins.
Just have a chat, please.
They've taken a few setbacks today, but they're still very much in this. Trailing by 8 points. Next score, so important.
More!
There's Dave Ward with the ball tucked under his right arm.
Here
goes Ward. Kernan Mile there, working so well. disrupting the Quins. And they get the turnover, and that one belongs to Kiernan Mile.
5 comes through the middle.
There he is in the red headgear. Competition in just about every position these days for Wasps.
I know you didn't.
No Joe Launchbury at the moment. Lots of Kiernan Mile, Matt Simmons, James Gaskell. Gaskell, who captained the team a couple of weeks ago here in that win against Bristol. He's on the bench today.
That's fine. Crouch. Bind. Set.
They'll pick up from Nathan Hughes. Tim Swill almost caught a ride there, taken back into the 22.
Now go.
There's Mike Brown. Yards after it. Bassett's underneath it. Ball went backwards from Bassett. Ashley Johnson fell on it. Securing possession here for Wasps. Forward goes Sam Jones. I'll be very proud of him at the Aylesbury Grammar School and the Aylesbury Rugby Club, which is where Sam Jones started his life in rugby. Of course, a product of the old Wasps area down there in South Buckinghamshire.
No worries. Yes, go on.
Cipriani.
Sorry.
Wade wants to go running after this. Yard. Plenty of time for that one. Out to his other wing. Here's Fisser in space. Well, not too much support around. Jamie Roberts is coming on. He's still going as Fisser. But the flag is up on the far side. Fisser thinks he's scored, but the assistant disagrees.
Well, he's made the call. I don't really think he's got the right call. No, he can't. He's made a call.
Well, this might be an interesting one to look at. Tim Fisser on the score sheet last week. How close was he to bringing Harlequins right back into this match? Well, we've got the angle here. Fisser. Oh, it's very difficult to tell, isn't it? So close either way, anyway.
There you go. It's not a ball. Don't move. Take him back.
Well, there are many teams in the Aviva Premiership who may well have laid down and, metaphorically speaking, died here at the Rico today after that onslaught of tries in the first half. Not Harlequins.
It's open play.
They have still got designs here on winning this.
One off.
Dixon on there to Sinclair. Oh, and there was a finger in there from Cipriani.
Time off.
I think the referee wants to have a look at this.
Greg Trevor.
Just check that knock-on, please. It was a deliberate knock-on.
Yep, OK, checking.
So was the knock-on from Cipriani deliberate? That's the question to Trevor Fisher, the television match official. Well, it certainly would have been a penalty and maybe even a yellow card on another part of the pitch.
Greg, we've got a shortage of choices. That's probably the best one. One more look.
Thank you. Oh, I can't really see that one, Trevor. I think well,
in the context, it's probably pretty innocuous.
Check this one, Greg.
However,
yeah, unfortunately, he's gone one-handed, and he's knocked the ball on, so it's going to be a deliberate knock-on, so it'll be a penalty. We're on two-handed.
Yep, happy with that.
All right, thank you.
So there you go.
Okay, it's going to be a penalty. You've
Penalty,
got one-handed.
Deliberate knock-on.
I know it wasn't you. You're captain now. with one hand. Unfortunately, you've knocked it on. It's gone one hand, you haven't gone two-handed. Yeah, it's just a penalty, but they're starting to build up against you now. So if we get in the 22 and we see something cynical, it'll be a yellow card. So take time to have a chat with your players, please.
So the warning there from Greg Garner, becoming rather alarmed by the penalty count being built up here by Wasps, and I think the message was fairly clear there. If we get another penalty, certainly two, down in the red zone in the Wasp 22, then it may well earn the sanction of a yellow card. Discipline from both sides has been largely good so far today. So the coach's lad is on. Thomas Young comes on. There's the old man. Visser off the wing, there's Sweel. Mike Brown.
Play on, knock on.
Roberts. Well, that was a great hit in midfield. There goes Marlon Yard. Driven back there by Gotthoff. Here goes a loafer, Horwell.
Good turnover, play on.
Oh, it's been turned over by Wasps. Maybe a chance here to create something.
No.
Thomas Young. For Guy Thompson, on to Sam Jones.
Take him back. Sorry?
Cipriani there on his right foot, which is certainly the weaker of the two. Releasing there Christian Wade, who's surrounded by Harlequins jerseys.
Ruck! Play on.
Young again.
Play on, big release, got back to his feet.
Quinn's really competing. Well, turned over, but illegally so.
Played on the ball, on the floor.
Hands on the floor, penalty to Wasps.
On your feet.
Wasps will be well aware of their home record here. They've won their last 11 matches at the Rico in all tournaments.
Got a guy down as well.
It's certainly a much better performance from Quins up in Coventry. It's their third trip here in the Aviva Premiership. Those previous games, well, going back to the first one in February 2015, they were beaten by 37 points to 6 by Wasps. And then in February earlier this year, well, it was even worse, 42-10. So Kyle Eastman comes on for Wasps. And he replaces Rob Miller.
Number 4.
The Wars this afternoon.
Okay, all right, the team will have a look at stuff, see if he was kicked, and if he sees anything clear and obvious before we start, he'll come back to me. Timo's listening to our conversation, he's having a look. If you see something before we start the game, he'll come back. Okay, time on.
So Cipriani sets up the line out. 12-13 metres inside the Quins half.
He did everything right then, so he got back to his feet and then picked the ball up. Well done, Nigel.
Fires it down to Robson. Here's Eastman.
Well,
Ashley Johnson. Sam Jones is through. Now can he find support? Terrific break there from Jones. So within 4 metres. Out there from Daly. And Christian Wade gets his score. Number 56 in the Premiership for Christian Wade. They've broken this second half deadlock. Well, look at that from Sam Jones, explosive, finding the gap. It was all then about recycling it. Elliot Daly, the well-timed pass, And Christian Wade coming over from his wing. Well, this is the sort of stuff which has impressed Eddie Jones so much. Well, Wasps move into the 30s. Right out of the middle from Goffin. Well, he came into the weekend as the leading point scorer in the Aviva Premiership. The success of his side have so much to do with that. But it was that incision by Sam Jones which in the end set up the score for Christian Wade. An alteration being made by Wasps, scrum halves. Pass one another in opposite directions, so too Matt Simmons off. On comes James Gaskell, and the scorer of the first try also takes his lead. Tommy Taylor is on. Wallace rises high, but it's gone the way here of Wasps. Now anxious to drive home their advantage. Here goes Joe Simpson.
20! Now you're on.
Well controlled by Mike Brown.
Watch the behind the ruck, Nigel, please.
As we move towards the final quarter of the match. Visser inside the hall.
Came through, play on.
Marler. Sweel. Roberts.
And release, lads.
Be good from
Play on,
Sinclair.
backwards.
There goes Sinclair again.
It's open play. Use it.
Yes, I couldn't get a hand to it. There's Christian Wade.
Use it.
Simpson opting to work the short side onto Kernan Mile.
Advantage.
Well
Penalty.
turned over
Keep that mark, please,
by
Nigel.
Harlequins. Penalty advantage. Well, Josh Bassett was almost in there, but Quins knew the penalty advantage was being played. The Harlequins know that they have to get the next score. Still plenty of time left on the clock for Harlequins.
Lads, did your captain get through about this area of the pitch?
Yeah.
Okay, any more cynical with the yellow card?
Sweel. His early life really spent flitting between England and South Africa, born in Somerset, raised down in the Durban area. Greatly influenced by Jake White, World Cup winning coach for South Africa. There goes Chisholm. There it is again for the scrum half, who pops it up there to Hallwall. Dixon again, on to Marler. Sweel, Yard surrounded there. Comes in from the touchline to rediscover the support. The carry now from the former England captain, Rob Shaw. Marler wants it. There he goes, Joe Marler. In comes Jamie Roberts, another big carry. Well, Dave Ward that time getting himself isolated. hanging on it onto it too long, and it's the number 16 there, Tommy Taylor. He's made such an impression in his first few weeks as a Wasp player.
Okay, take the line, okay, please. Thank you. 6. Take the line, Queens, please.
The Wasps already had their try
In the 15,
bonus
please,
point.
Rory.
They've also got a 15-point advantage. Well on their way to turning 18 points out of a possible 20 into 23 out of a possible 25. Simpson getting himself swung around there.
Onside!
There's Nathan Hughes losing the ball forward.
Advantage over!
There's Marlon Yard. Almost getting inside Elliot Daly.
Good steal, he released.
Well, turned over brilliantly there by Wasps. Quins know that they have to hang on to the ball if they're to have any chance of coming back. Got the...
Still, stop! You're inside. Stop!
Close Yard.
No, he's got to put you on. There you go.
The sun now having well and truly disappeared over the back of the stand. Marlon Yard. Long old touch over to the far side.
Okay. 4.
Yes, it's one of those autumnal afternoons where earlier on in the day with lots of sunshine it's quite warm, but the temperatures drop quite significantly at the Rico. Everything now in shadow. Sam Toomey is on in the second row. He's replaced George Merrick. There is Toomey. Joe Gray has also been replaced. He's been off a few minutes now as Joe Gray.
I'm okay, thank you. Thanks. Hold on, lads. Just on the front line. What's the slow walk round? Nigel, just get in the middle.
So Wasps now with a bit of breathing space. That try
right, 6.
from Christian Wade following the break from Sam Jones. Sending the home side on their way towards victory. Still a fair bit of time though remaining. 15 minutes. There's Joe Simpson. On to Tommy Taylor. Cipriani. Sensing that they were just going nowhere across field. And the change of direction. The carry from Nathan Hughes. There is Simpson. Cipriani kicking into space. Across goes Mike Brown. That was a good kick. Off the right foot that time of Danny Cipriani. An alteration in the centre now from Quins. A loafer goes off. Vincent Stanley will come on in his place.
That's okay, time's off, time's off. Thanks, Nigel, hold on. Hold on, just come in the middle, please. Right, on the line, please. On the line, please, Wasps.
Famous Stanley clan.
Time on.
Winston is the younger brother of the All Black Benson Stanley, who plays his rugby in Volcano country. The massive Central for Clement O'Byrne. Good steal. Fred and Mile beginning to put the left hand in there. Here's Carl Eastman. Elliot Daly. One score for him already today. There goes James Gaskell. Oh, the carry from Nathan Hughes. That's what he does so well. Shove it out wide to Eastman, who's going to go in. Well, Carl Eastman, the import from Bath during the summer, handpicked by that man, Dai Young. And here comes the first reward. Carl Eastman, a product of the league game from Oldham up in the northwest. But he's someone who surely has so much more promise to show to this code of the game. And that's certainly a very special moment for him. And Wasps now starting to stretch their legs. Well, Gopher got his kicking boots on now, hasn't he? And Carl Eastman. Well, it was 10 Wasps tries the last time they were at home against Bristol. Now half a dozen against Quins.
Play on. Backwards, play on.
12 minutes remain at the Rico.
Play on.
Sam Jones.
Don't play me on. Use it!
We've got it! That's fine.
Scrum, 5 seconds.
Well, John Kingston, the Quins director of rugby, will now, I think, perhaps acknowledge that the game is lost, but he will demand in the last 12 minutes here that his side stick to their task. He was looking for a big performance here after the win at home last week against Saracens. Also looking for the full 80-minute performance. And I think he can justifiably consider that that scoreline doesn't properly reflect Harlequins' contribution to this match, because there have been periods and extended periods of this match when they have been dominant.
Bind!
Christian Wade, another day done, another try scored.
We're engaged, Wasps.
So here goes Carl Dixon, Jamie Robertson. Kyle Sinclair.
Not held.
There's Mike Brown. Saw a touch there for James Lang, the youngster, making just his second appearance for the Harlequins first team.
Tackle!
There's Ward. Rob Shaw, good hands onto Marler. Here's Horwell.
To Ruck.
Rob Shaw again, Sinclair. Building up a little bit of momentum here, Harlequins. Stab through from Stanley, back goes Gopper, who misses it. Well recovered by Joe Simpson. Still plenty to play for here for Harlequins. They got 2 tries, another two tries in the last 10 minutes. Will deliver a try bonus point.
No.
Good kick there from Simpson over the head of the young fly half, James Lang. Well, we'll see a break, I think, to offer a bit of treatment. I think it's Carl Sinclair who's down in some discomfort, down in the Wasp 22, but that's the way Joe Simpson helped get his side out of a tight spot.
Time off there.
That is Carl Sinclair. He's clearly taken a very painful knock. What a transformation Wasps have enjoyed in recent seasons. Not that long ago, they seemed on the brink of extinction.
10 minutes, 9:56.
Since they up sticks to the Midlands, they built up a new fan base. And they've brought names to Coventry,
Hold on.
which have helped put bums on seats.
Yeah, hold on. Time's still off. So
Good attendance this afternoon for the visit of Harlequins.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. But hold on.
And all the Wasps fans will go home rewarded by what has been a very entertaining opening 70 minutes.
Okay, time on.
They've been made to work for the points today by Harlequins, but in the end the scoreboard will reflect their ultimate dominance. There goes Sam Toomey. Dixon. There goes Stanley. Look at the power there and the sheer determination of Wasps. Eastman out wide there to Frank Halley, the All Black. Yes, it's quite a club, isn't it now, Wasps? All Black coming off the bench there. They've got a Wallaby, Kirtley Beale, who's here, out injured at the moment, but he'll be playing before very long. You've got Billy LaRue, the Springbok, arriving in the new year. So a penalty that time against Wasps. Mike Brown's off and running.
Away Wasps!
That's the halfway line. Rob Shaw.
Tackle. Tackle.
Harlequins determined to give it their all to the final whistle. 8.5 minutes to go. Well, locked over the ball there.
Advantage.
You can see Nathan Hughes.
Let it go. Advantage.
Daly there applies the boot.
Holding on.
Elliot Daly, 5 caps for England. All this season, or should I say all this year. All as a replacement. His next appearance in the Aviva Premiership will see him reach his century. Elliot Daly, 99th game in the Aviva Premiership today. So, Harlequins making an alteration. Charlie Mulcrone is on. Charlie, brother of Fergus. Fergus, who plays his rugby at London Irish, was in action on Friday night in the Championship. And London Irish's win up at Nottingham. London Irish absolutely determined to get themselves back in the top flight. There's Mulcrone.
Touch, play on.
Well, Gaskell getting some fingers to that.
Play on.
Well, it's all a little bit untidy now, isn't it? Fatigue beginning to play its part.
Big scrum, let's go. Big pressure here, let's go. Big scrum, let's go.
Sorry.
A bit looser shoulder.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go, discipline. Go, boys. Height again.
If we're engaged again, it'll be a penalty against you. All right? Let's make sure we get that shoulder out. Make sure we stay straight, all right?
Seconds!
Jamie Roberts.
Get that shoulder out, please. Thank you.
And 13 November. 6 minutes remaining. Wasps lead by 40 points to 18.
Bind! Set!
Luke Wallace there on the open side for Harlequins. Joe Simpson with the put in. Options left and right here for Wasps. They're going to go left. Simpson. Cipriani drifting across. Goffert goes through. Plenty of support both ways. There's Bassett. Bassett touches it down. It is another try to Wasps. Well, it's carnival time at the Ricoh.
That's the right time now.
They are irresistible, aren't they? Hard to imagine they can maintain this level of momentum all the way through to the new year, and when silverware is won, when we get to the spring. But what a start to the season. They have been flawless. Well, another success for Jimmy Goffin, piling on the discomfort for Harlequins. And the scoreboard is going to reflect that it's another very heavy defeat for Harlequins on their visits to Coventry.
6 away! 6.
On the 7 tries, it was 10 when Bristol were the visitors a fortnight ago. There goes Lang. Good poke over the top. He'll try and chase it himself.
Johnny? Wasps ball, is it? Yeah. Here's your mark. Just manage your pass, please. That's Quins.
On me.
Quins, please. Quins. More.
No, we don't.
Fully bound, don't change your mind.
The bad news for Harlequins is that they are poised to return home without a single point here. The 3rd straight time on their visit to the Rico.
Don't play the 9.
Here's Thomas Young. Well, what will please Dar Young is that they have shown in the last few weeks that they can win in all circumstances. At times they were dominated last week, got themselves out of jail on their trip to Northampton, but eventually won by 20 points to 15. They put 10 tries past Bristol. They were utterly ruthless, and here, against a Quinn side who came to play rugby,
tackle now,
who also beat the European champions just 8 days ago. Well, they've put 7 tries past them here. There's Rob Shaw. Last 2 minutes of the match. Jamie Roberts, scorer of one of those 2 tries for Harlequins. As Ward. Another offload. That was quite clever from Sinclair, but didn't go to anyone. This is away inside here to Wallace. Taken down by Joe Simpson. Well, now they've got some numbers out wide here of Quins if they can use them. Rob Shaw, Stanley. The cover comes across, and the threat is snuffed out.
Picking the ball up, running off with it.
Well, then Tim Fisser, to add further discomfort to Quins. He's penalised for disappearing off with the ball.
Okay.
Well, Wasps chasing everything.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it will be the final play.
That's okay, hold it there then, lads.
So Taylor finds Gaskell.
6. Come on.
7 tries. It's been a hugely impressive performance from Wasps. Harlequins came here, buoyed by that win a week ago against Saracens. But in the end, they've been well and truly dismissed. And Di Young can celebrate another victory. Wasps fast becoming an irresistible force. The final score of the Rico, Wasps 47, Harlequins 18.
You're absolutely right.